Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to listen to a story. But it is not just any story. It is not a story about kings or queens. It is not a story about soldiers or battles. It is not a story about gold or money. No, my friend, it is a very simple story. But sometimes the most simple stories are also the most beautiful ones. This is a story about one man. He was not famous. He was not rich. He did not live in a palace. He did not own cars or land. He was not a hero in the newspapers. Nobody made movies about him. Nobody wrote books about him. But he had something very, very special. He had a collection. Do you know what a collection is? A collection is when you take many things of the same kind and you keep them. Some people collect coins. Do you know someone who collects coins? Some people collect stamps. Do you know someone who collects stamps? Some people collect shoes. Some people collect dolls. Some people collect books. A collection can be big or small. A collection can be expensive or cheap. But the man in this story had a collection that was different. It was not coins. It was not stamps. It was not shoes. It was not dolls. It was not books. It was something very special. Do you want to know what it was? He collected smiles. Yes, smiles. Isn't that strange? Isn't that interesting? When you hear this, maybe you smile a little bit yourself. Because how can a person collect a smile? You cannot put a smile in a box. You cannot put a smile on a shelf. You cannot buy a smile in a shop. You cannot sell a smile in a market. But this man collected them anyway. He had his own way. He had his own heart. He loved smiles, and so he collected them. Do you love smiles too? When you smile, how do you feel? When someone smiles at you, does it make you warm inside? Do you feel more safe, more happy, more alive? A smile is a small thing, but it is a big gift. Today, we will hear the story of the man who collected smiles. Now maybe you are asking a question. Maybe you are asking, but how? How can someone collect a smile? What does it mean? Why did he do it? These are very good questions. I am happy you are asking them. Let us think together. A smile is not like money. A smile is not like a picture. A smile is not like a flower. A smile is not like a stone. You cannot touch it. You cannot keep it in your pocket. You cannot put it in a box and close the lid. A smile is something different. A smile is like light. Can you touch light? No. But can you see it? Yes. Can you feel it? Yes. A smile is like music. Can you hold music in your hands? No. But can you hear it? Yes. Can it make your heart dance? Yes. So the man in our story was not collecting things you can touch. He was collecting things you can feel. He was collecting feelings. He was collecting happiness. He was collecting the small, soft, shining gift that appears on a person's face when they smile. And why did he do this? Because he knew a secret. He knew that a smile is small, but a smile has power. Repeat after me, a smile has power. Yes. A smile has the power to change a face. A smile has the power to change a day. A smile has the power to change a heart. When you smile, maybe someone feels less sad. When you smile, maybe someone feels less lonely. When you smile, maybe someone feels less afraid. And when someone smiles at you, do you feel stronger? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more hopeful? This is why the man in our story collected smiles. He believed that the world needed more smiles. He believed that people needed more smiles. He wanted to make the world softer. He wanted to make the world kinder. He wanted to make the world brighter. So he made a choice. Every day he walked outside. He looked for faces. He looked for eyes. He looked for lips that could turn upward. He looked for joy. And when he found a smile, he kept it in his heart. Not in a box. Not in a photo. But in his heart. His heart became like a big book of smiles. It became like a big treasure of smiles. Isn't that beautiful? Can you imagine it? A heart full of smiles. So now, my dear friend, we are ready to open the door to this story. We already know a little about the man. We know he was not rich. We know he was not famous. We know he was not a hero in books or movies. But we also know he was special. Why was he special? Because he collected smiles. Yes, he collected smiles, and this was his dream. Today, I will tell you about his life. I will tell you about his journey. I will tell you about the many days when he walked, when he spoke, when he looked at people and waited for a smile. Sometimes he was happy. Sometimes he was sad. Sometimes he succeeded. Sometimes he failed. But always, always, he learned something. And in the end, he gave the world a very big lesson. Now let me ask you, do you like stories? Stories can teach us. Stories can show us something new. Stories can help us see the world in a different way. Sometimes a story is like a mirror. We look at the story, but we also see ourselves inside it. Do you understand? Maybe when you hear this story, you will remember your own life. Maybe you will remember a time when someone smiled at you. Maybe you will remember a time when you were sad, and one smile gave you hope again. Maybe you will remember a time when you made another person smile, and you felt warm inside. This is why stories are important. They do not only tell us about other people. They tell us about us. The story of the man who collected smiles is a story about kindness. It is a story about hope. It is a story about patience. But it is also a story about you. Yes, you. Because you also have a face. You also have a heart. You also have a smile. And what will you do with it? Will you keep it hidden? Or will you share it? These are questions we will think about together. Let me tell you something simple. When you listen to this story, try to imagine the pictures in your mind. Try to see the man. Try to see the town. Try to see the people. Try to see the smiles. This will help you understand. This will help you feel the words. And remember, the English here is simple. The sentences are short. The words are easy. But even simple English can teach a big lesson. So as we listen together, you are learning English and also learning about life. Isn't that beautiful? You are learning two things at the same time. So now, are you ready? Are you excited? Do you want to know more about this man? Do you want to walk with him? Do you want to see how he collected smiles? Then come with me. Open your heart. Open your ears. Open your mind. Let us step together into the story of the man who collected smiles. The man in our story lived in a small town. It was not a city with tall buildings and loud cars. It was a quiet place. The houses were small. The streets were short. People walked slowly. They greeted each other. They shared food when someone was hungry. They helped each other when someone was sick. Children played in the street. Birds sang in the trees. Life was simple, but it was peaceful. In this town lived the man who collected smiles. He was not tall. He was not short. His hair was brown with a little gray. His clothes were not new, but they were clean. His house was small, at the corner of the road. He did not have many things. He did not have gold or cars. But he did not care. He was happy with what he had. What was special about him? Not his clothes. Not his house. Not his money. It was his heart. His heart was different. His eyes were soft. His voice was calm. When people looked at him, they felt peace. When people listened to him, they felt safe. He was simple on the outside, but rich on the inside. He had a dream. It was not about money. It was not about power. His dream was about smiles. Every morning, he thought about smiles. Every morning, the man woke up early. The sun was just rising. The air was cool and fresh. He opened his small window and looked outside. Sometimes the sky was blue. Sometimes it was gray. Sometimes the rain was falling. Sometimes the birds were flying. But no matter what he saw, he said the same words to himself: "Today, I will collect smiles. Today, I will find happy faces." He washed his face. He put on his simple clothes. He tied his shoes. He stepped outside. His steps were calm. His eyes looked around. He was not looking for money. He was not looking for food. He was not looking for work. He was looking for smiles. He walked down the street. He saw children playing. He saw shopkeepers opening their shops. He saw women carrying baskets. He saw old men sitting near the road. And when he saw them, he greeted them. He said, "Good morning." He said, "Hello, my friend." He said, "How are you today?" His voice was gentle. His face was bright. And when people answered with a smile, his heart felt warm. He kept the smile inside him. It was like a small gift. It was like a treasure. This was his habit. This was his joy. Day after day, he walked through the town. Day after day, he looked for smiles. And little by little, his heart became full. Now, maybe you ask, but how did he collect smiles? Did he use a camera? Did he take photos? Did he write names in a notebook? The answer is no. He did not use a camera. He did not use a book. He collected smiles in his heart. Yes, in his heart. When someone smiled at him, he felt a light inside. He remembered it. He carried it with him. He did not need to see it again with his eyes. He could feel it again with his heart. A smile became a memory, a soft and warm memory. For him, every smile was like a small star. One star is small, but many stars make the night sky bright. One smile is small, but many smiles make the heart bright. So every day, he filled his sky with stars. He filled his heart with smiles. He did not keep them for himself only. No, when he smiled, he gave back the light. He shared what he collected. And so the town became brighter, too. Let us stop for a moment and learn some simple words together. Repeat after me: smile. Good. Happy. Very good. Face. Excellent. Friend. Wonderful. These words are easy, but they are big. They are important for our story. The man wanted to see happy faces. He wanted to be a friend to people. He wanted to give and receive smiles. So, every day, he used these simple words. He said, "Hello." He said, "Good morning." He said, "How are you?" He said, "I am happy to see you." And with these small words, people often smiled. Do you see? A smile does not need money. A smile does not need a gift. A smile can come from a small word, a kind word, a soft word. This was the man's secret. Let us walk with him for a moment. He is on the street. The sun is rising. He sees a child. He smiles and says, "Man, good morning. Child, good morning." Smiling. Man, how are you today? Child, I am fine. Smiling. The child's smile is bright. The man feels warm. He keeps the smile in his heart. He walks further. He sees an old man sitting near a door. Man, hello, sir. Old man, hello. Smiling. Man, it is a nice day. Old man, yes, it is a nice day. Smiling. Again, a smile is given. Again, the man collects it. Do you see how simple it is? A greeting. A small word. A kind voice. And then, a smile. The man continued like this every day. He walked through the market. He walked by the river. He walked past the school. Everywhere he went, he looked for smiles. Sometimes he made a small joke. Sometimes he gave a compliment. Sometimes he just listened to someone's story. And almost always, a smile appeared. When he saw a smile, his heart became lighter. He felt strong. He felt happy. And he did not keep it to himself. No, he smiled back. He gave the smile again. And the smile traveled from face to face. Like a wave in the water, it moved from one person to another. Do you know this feeling? When you smile at someone, and they smile back. It feels like sunshine. That is what the man loved. That is why he walked every day. Think with me now. What happens when you smile? Does it cost you money? No. Does it make you tired? No. But what does it do? It gives light. It gives hope. It gives friendship. The man understood this secret. That is why he loved collecting smiles. He thought, if I collect one smile, I feel happy. If I collect 10 smiles, I feel rich. If I collect 100 smiles, I feel like the world is full of light. So he did not stop. He walked, he greeted, he listened, he smiled. And the town became a brighter place. Sometimes, people asked him, why do you do this? Why do you talk to everyone? Why do you care about smiles? And he answered simply, because a smile is small, but it has power. A smile can change a day. A smile can change a heart. Day after day, the man continued his journey. Every morning, he put on his shoes, stepped into the street, and looked for faces. He greeted shopkeepers who sold fruit. He greeted children who ran to school. He greeted women carrying baskets of bread. He greeted men working in the fields. And with each greeting, he received many smiles. His heart grew richer. His heart grew warmer. He felt like he was carrying a treasure chest inside him, but this chest was invisible. It was a chest of smiles. Sometimes, when he returned home at night, he sat quietly on his chair. He closed his eyes. He remembered the smiles from that day. One by one, he saw them in his mind. A child's smile. A mother's smile. A friend's smile. An old man's smile. Each smile came back to him like a light. And he thought, yes, today was good. Today I collected many smiles. This thought made him sleep peacefully. His habit became stronger every day. People in the town began to notice. Some whispered, here comes the man who loves smiles. Others laughed gently, he is strange, but he is kind. Children ran to greet him because they knew he would talk to them. Old people waited for him because they enjoyed his kind words. Slowly, the man became a friend to the whole town. Not because of money. Not because of gifts. Not because of power. But simply because he carried kindness in his heart and smiles on his lips. But even with all the smiles, the man knew life was not always easy. He knew there would be days when people did not smile. He knew there would be faces that stayed cold. He knew there would be voices that were hard and silent. Still, he told himself, I will not stop. I will continue. Because every smile is worth the wait. One morning, the man greeted a worker. The worker did not smile. His face was tired. His hands were dirty from work. His eyes looked heavy. The man said, "Good morning." But the worker only nodded and walked away. No smile came. The man felt a little sad, but he understood. Maybe the worker was tired. Maybe his day was hard. Not everyone can smile every morning. Another day, he greeted a woman in the market. "Hello," he said. But the woman looked angry. She shouted, "Go away. I am busy." There was no smile, only sharp words. The man did not get angry. He stayed calm. He whispered, "Maybe she has pain. Maybe she is worried." And he walked away with gentle steps. Sometimes the man met people who were deeply sad. Their eyes were wet with tears. Their faces looked heavy. He tried to speak softly, "How are you?" But they stayed silent. No smile. Only silence. He wanted to help, but he also respected their feelings. He thought, today is not the day. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe another time. He knew that life is heavy sometimes. He knew that even the strongest people can forget how to smile. But he did not give up. He reminded himself, a smile is sleeping inside every heart. Some hearts are tired. Some hearts are afraid. Some hearts are lonely. But the smile is still there. I just need to wait. I just need to be patient. Let me ask you a question, my friend. Do you smile when you are tired? Do you smile when you are angry? Do you smile when your life is difficult? Maybe not. It is hard to smile in those moments. But can you remember a time when someone's smile helped you? Can you remember a time when a simple smile gave you courage again? This is what the man believed. He believed that even the smallest smile could bring hope back to a tired heart. So he continued his mission. Even if one person did not smile, maybe another person would. Even if today was silent, maybe tomorrow would be brighter. The man kept walking. He kept greeting. He kept giving his kindness. His belief was stronger than his disappointment. Some people even laughed at him. They said, "Why are you wasting your time? Smiles are nothing. Smiles are useless. They cannot buy food. They cannot build a house." But the man only smiled at them. He said, "Smiles cannot buy food, but they can give hope. Smiles cannot build a house, but they can build a heart." He knew that many people did not understand his dream. He knew that many people thought he was foolish. But in his heart, he was sure. His dream was not foolish. His dream was light. His dream was love. And so, even when people laughed, he kept walking. Even when people stayed cold, he kept greeting. Even when the road felt heavy, he kept smiling. He believed that one day, even the coldest face could change. One day, something very important happened. The man was walking as usual. He was greeting people. He was collecting smiles. But then, he saw a little boy sitting alone by a tree. The boy's head was down. His eyes were sad. His lips were tight. The man greeted him softly, "Hello, young friend." But the boy did not answer. He did not even look up. The man tried again, "Good morning, little one." Still no answer. No smile. Only silence. The boy looked lost, as if he had forgotten how to smile. The man felt his heart move. He thought, this is special. This boy has a sleeping smile. I must help him find it again. The man sat beside the boy. He did not push him. He did not force him. He just sat quietly for a while. Then, with a gentle voice, he said, "Are you okay?" The boy shook his head. "No," the man asked, "why are you sad?" The boy whispered, "I have no friends. Nobody talks to me. Nobody cares." The man's heart became soft. He said, "I am here. I will talk to you. I care for you." But the boy did not smile. He looked at the ground. His sadness was heavy. The man knew this would not be easy. But he also knew that smiles are never truly gone. They only hide. The man began to tell a small story. He told a funny tale about a dog chasing its tail. He made silly faces. He moved his hands in funny ways. At first, the boy stayed quiet. But slowly, his eyes lifted. Slowly, his lips moved. He was trying not to laugh, but his eyes became brighter. The man kept going. He made his voice soft and kind. He said, "You are not alone. You have me. You have this day. You have the sky above you. You have your own strong heart." The boy looked at him. For the first time, his lips moved upward. Just a little. Just a tiny smile. But it was real. The man felt joy. He thought, "Yes, the smile is coming back. It is small, but it is strong." At last, the boy's face opened like a flower. A full smile appeared. His eyes were bright. His heart felt lighter. He whispered, "Thank you." The man smiled back. He said, "No, thank you. You gave me your smile. And your smile is a treasure." This was the turning point. The man knew that collecting easy smiles was beautiful. But helping someone find a lost smile was even greater. It was like bringing light into a dark room. It was like finding water in a desert. That day, the man felt his mission had a deeper meaning. He was not only collecting smiles. He was helping people remember how to smile. The boy's smile stayed in the man's heart for many days. He could not forget it. He thought about it when he walked. He thought about it when he ate. He thought about it when he went to sleep. That small smile was more powerful than 100 easy smiles. Why? Because it came from a dark place. It came from sadness. It came from loneliness. When the smile finally came, it was like light after night. It was like rain after dry land. It was like music after silence. And the man learned something very important: a smile is not only for happy times. A smile is most powerful in sad times. He told himself, when life is easy, smiling is simple. But when life is heavy, smiling is strong. When a person can smile again after pain, that smile is a miracle. He repeated this lesson to himself every day. He looked at people differently now. He did not only see faces. He saw stories. He saw hearts. He saw battles inside people that nobody else could see. And he believed more than ever, every heart has a smile. It may hide. It may sleep. But it can return. Do you understand this, my friend? Think about your own life. Have you ever smiled after crying? Have you ever smiled after a hard day? That smile was not small. That smile was strength. That smile was hope. This is the lesson the man carried. The man began to see smiles as gifts. He thought, every smile is like a little candle. One candle can light a dark room. And when one person shares a smile, it can light another person. Then 2 smiles become 4 smiles. 4 smiles become 10 smiles. And soon the whole room, the whole street, maybe even the whole town, is full of light. This thought made him walk with more joy. He remembered the boy under the tree. He thought, I helped him find his smile. But truly, he also helped me. He showed me that smiles are not only easy. Smiles can also be brave. He felt thankful. He said softly, "Thank you, boy, for your gift." He began to tell other people about this idea. When someone asked, "Why do you always smile?" he answered, "Because smiling is power." When someone asked, "Why do you greet people every day?" he answered, "Because a smile can change a day." Some people laughed, but others listened. Slowly, his lesson spread. People began to smile more in the town. People began to share their own light. And the man thought, "This is my dream. This is my mission. To collect smiles, but also to give smiles. To help the world remember." Let us stop and repeat this lesson together, because repetition helps learning. Say it with me, a smile is small, but powerful. Good. Again, a smile is small, but powerful. One more time, a smile is small, but powerful. Yes. Now the words are not only in your mouth. They are also in your mind. And maybe, they are also in your heart. The man's story teaches us that even the smallest action can bring change. A smile is not loud. A smile is not expensive. A smile is not heavy. But it carries strength. It carries hope. It carries love. Do you see the power? Think about this: if you smile at one person, maybe you change their morning. If that person smiles at another person, maybe they change their afternoon. If that person smiles again at someone else, maybe they change their evening. One smile can travel far. One smile can reach many faces. This is how the world becomes softer. This is how hearts become lighter. This is why the man loved his mission so much. So remember, a smile is small, but powerful. A smile can change a face. A smile can change a day. A smile can change a heart. And maybe, just maybe, a smile can change the world. The man looked back on his journey. He thought of the first day when he said, "I will collect smiles." He thought of the easy smiles from children and neighbors. He thought of the cold faces that refused to smile. He thought of the boy who forgot how to smile and then smiled again. He thought of the laughter, the silence, the hope, the light. And in his heart, he felt peace. He said to himself, "I did not collect gold. I did not collect land. I did not collect money. But I collected something better. I collected smiles. And these smiles gave me joy. They gave me strength. They gave me love. I am richer than any king." And then he whispered a lesson to the wind, as if he wanted the whole world to hear: "A smile is not only for me. A smile is for everyone. When I smile, I give. When I give, I receive. The more I share, the more I have. This is the secret of life. This is the treasure of the heart." My friend, can you feel the truth in his words? Can you see the beauty? A smile may be small, but it has the power to make life better, for you and for the people around you. This was his big lesson. And maybe, it can be yours too. Now, let us connect this story to your journey with English. Yes, my friend, your English learning. You may ask, what does smiling have to do with English? The answer is simple: everything. Learning English is not only about words and grammar. It is also about feelings, about courage, about hope. And smiling can help. Think of this: a smile is like one English word. Small, but powerful. When you learn one new word, maybe it feels small. Maybe it feels simple. But when you use it, it can open a door. It can help you talk to someone. It can help you make a friend. It can help you understand a song, or a book, or a movie. One word may be small, but it has power. Just like one smile. So when you learn English, do not say, "This is only one word. It is nothing." No. Say, "This is one word, and it is strong. I will collect it. I will keep it in my heart. And soon, I will have many words. I will have a treasure. This is how you grow. This is how you become rich in language. The man collected smiles. You can collect English words. Every smile he found made him stronger. Every word you learn makes you stronger too. He walked through the town looking for smiles. You can walk through books, through videos, through songs, through conversations, looking for words. He did not stop, even when it was hard. You should not stop, even when learning feels slow. Sometimes people told him, smiles are useless. But he knew the truth. Maybe sometimes people around you say, learning English is too hard. It is not useful. But you must know the truth. English is a key. It is a door. It can connect you with people all over the world. It can give you new opportunities. It can give you confidence. So collect your English words the way he collected smiles. Collect them with joy. Collect them with patience. Collect them with hope. And one day, your heart will be full of words, just like his heart was full of smiles. Think of this, when you smile while learning, your brain works better. Scientists say that when you are happy, your memory is stronger. So smiling while learning English is not just fun, it is smart. It helps you remember more. It helps you stay relaxed. It helps you continue even when it feels difficult. The man in our story knew this secret in another way. He knew that smiling gives energy. When people smiled at him, he felt light. When you smile at your studies, you will also feel light. When you smile at English, English will smile back at you. It will become your friend, not your enemy. So try this, the next time you study a new word, say it with a smile. The next time you listen to English, listen with a smile. The next time you speak, speak with a smile. You will see the difference. You will feel stronger. You will feel happier. You will feel like English is not heavy, it is light. The man's dream was simple, to fill the world with smiles. Your dream can also be simple, to fill your life with English. Both dreams need patience. Both dreams need practice. Both dreams need courage. But both dreams are possible. When the man collected one smile, he was happy. When you learn one English word, be happy too. When he collected 10 smiles, he felt rich. When you learn 10 words, you can feel rich too. When he collected 100 smiles, he felt like his heart was shining. When you collect 100 words, your mind will shine too. So do not say, it is too small. Do not say, it is too slow. Step by step, smile by smile, word by word, you will grow. One day, you will look back and say, yes, I did it. I collected many words. I built my English. And I also built my happiness. Now, let us look back at the whole story. The man was not rich. He was not famous. But he had a dream. His dream was to collect smiles. He walked every day. He greeted people. He looked at faces. He waited for smiles. Sometimes he received many. Sometimes he received none. Sometimes people laughed at him. Sometimes people were angry with him. But he did not stop. Then one day, he met a boy who forgot how to smile. The boy was sad and lonely. The man worked gently, with patience. At last, the boy smiled again. That moment changed everything. The man learned that a smile is not only easy, it can also be brave. A smile can come even after sadness. And that smile is powerful. In the end, the man had a heart full of smiles. But more importantly, he gave smiles. And by giving, he received more. His dream was not only about collecting. It was about sharing. And this is the secret of life, when we give kindness, we receive kindness. When we share light, we live in light. So, my dear friend, what can we learn? We can learn to collect smiles. We can learn to collect words. We can learn to collect kindness. Smiles make the world bright. Words make your English strong. And kindness makes your heart rich. The man collected smiles, and he became full of joy. You can collect words, and you will become full of confidence. He shared his smiles, and the town became brighter. You can share your English, and the world will open to you. Step by step. Day by day. Smile by smile. Word by word. So I say to you now, keep smiling. Keep learning. Do not give up. Even if it feels slow, keep going. Even if people do not understand, keep going. Even if the road is long, keep going. Because every smile counts. Every word counts. Every step counts. And one day, you will look back and say, yes. I collected smiles. Yes. I collected words. Yes. I became rich in heart, rich in kindness, rich in language. That is the true treasure. That is the true gift. So, my friend, thank you for listening to this story. Thank you for learning with me. Please remember, keep smiling, keep learning, and keep growing. The world needs your smile. The world also needs your words.